Hey guys, welcome to the actual podcast. If you'd like to sign up to listen to our opinions of various Australian celebrities that are definitely only relevant to Gen Y, and we are too scared to publish on the main podcast, you know where to get them.
Patreon.
That's definitely worth paying, I think, a few dollars a week for the rest of your life.
Yep. Now, hello there. My name's Mislav for some reason. Thanks, Mum and Dad. I'm going to just do the
New to this podcast.
I'm going to dot the I's and cross the T's, as Mr. Januzik used to say in Year 9, and do some back end before we start. 1, Ali is ill and away. So I don't think he has COVID, but he's got a flu, so he's not here. Sorry. So now...
Or possibly he's in the toilet and he's not coming out for the rest of this podcast, and conveniently, as soon as we end, he'll finish going.
I know, I hate living in Dr. Zeus's world. Ever since that became law, it's just been so stressful, the things that happen. Like last week...
Yeah, we assume he's sick.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I think he might have just got
Let's be honest, guys. I know that we were advertising Labara a lot as an alternative to Optus, but I got to say, you just have to put up with the data breaches. It's really hard. It seems to only work in the Pakistani consulate in the CBD, and that's it.
wait. Okay, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to still do the logistics real quick.
I thought I covered it all.
No, that's not all of it. He's away. So you got the new and improved Ali. And what that means is that Jordan is reenacting the deleted, overexposed, but classic scenes of the Pulp Fiction DVD extras. And that's how he's going to look. And that's purely a creative choice on my end, because I'm trying to...
And just to give you the tone of how much this color is out... I'm supposed to be playing Samuel L. Jackson at this point, but that's how overexposed the lens is.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been an issue otherwise for no other reason I could think of. But so yeah, don't save the comments. Because I know how you are on YouTube, very polite. But nevertheless, save those very polite comments, because this right here, see this? Creative choice. No, it wasn't that it was either super underexposed or super overexposed and I don't know how to tweak the camera in time and I couldn't be bothered to get into it. No, that's not why. So save those comments. Creative choice. I think that brings us to date. We love you all. I don't know what month. What month are we in? March or something? March.
Probably.
I don't know what. Is it summer still?
My God, time flies. No, Mislav. You should know that by now.
Well, I don't. We just figured out. I don't know how tall I am, but yeah, what month are we in?
Yeah. Here's a little exclusive for everyone.
So this is going off the cuff, this pod. So none of this. What's happening in China? None of this. An oil rigs killed all these whales today.
You can disagree with Ali anyway in the comments.
So
it seems to me that's the only reason that you guys seem to think this podcast is called Correcting Ali Weekly.
But no, look, we're going to have fun and we love yous. Might like the Patreon people a bit more, but we love yous anyway. We're all about, sharing the ideas on the free market, like we're about, like this guy's basically a commie. We can't charge you for stuff. We just give it to you and you abuse us for it. But nevertheless, welcome, Jordan.
Welcome.
You want to tell them about how tall I thought I was? Our topics are going to be off the cuff, old school Friendlyjordies style. And I'll leave it to you if you want to do Mislav's musings or not, but we'll see when we come to it. I think...
For now.
Yeah, I think we kick off
with how tall is Mislav, the game. Everyone play at home. Make sure you write in the comments how tall you think he is. And anybody who says 4'10", that's very blocked. Hilarious. But yes, you're not taking it seriously. We're going to have to block you.
And anyone that says that this was not a creative decision is also blocked.
Anyone who says it's not fair to block people for that, you're blocked.
You're blocked. See, what do you think of that?
Anyone who writes the block in the comments is not blocked, because that's a great show.
Yep. Well, yep.
If you come up with your own code and try and write that message in there, We probably won't figure it out. Let's be honest, we probably won't look at the comments anyway. But nonetheless,
that's probably true.
There is a high risk of you being blocked.
High risk of being blocked and medium risk of getting an abusive message from me on a live platform 3 months down the line.
You know what we have to do? We have to get one of those, those bushfire risk signs they have out the front of Blue Mountains towns.
Yeah, the risk of the Croatian man abusing you.
Yeah, that's we factor in a number of variants here. How much alcohol he's consumed. How much he's been talking to high school friends that, quote, bum him out. If he's been successful on Tinder that week or not. And of course, the general guilt of going over to visit one of his parents' house and him assuming that they're thinking that he's a failure, but them not actually saying it. Him just thinking that that's what they're saying in their heads.
It's the most logical conclusion.
And if you get all 4 of those in a row 1 week, catastrophic.
Catastrophic fire. You didn't even mention the fact of, is he having, here's the barometer. Has he got a song that's been submitted to Spotify that is coming out in the next few weeks? Ding! Yes. Ooh, that's a tiny, tiny, tiny slither of proportion there. You're lucky. Meh. Oh, other 98% of the time, angry Mislav.
He's a bit of a grouch this week. Just to be honest, most weeks,
Yeah.
you haven't released an album yet.
Nah, it's done.
So every week is catastrophic, unless, of course, Band Meme 666 releases a, quote, brutal meme, and then it goes down to low.
Yeah, but guess what?
Haven't been doing it recently.
No, dude. Summer's Coming. The new hit single due out
At some point.
April 14th. Actually, April 13th at midnight. So, happy chappy. Our plane can go down. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I'll
Look, Mislav, I care. I know that you're very impartial with your life, but I really... Look, can you at least not tell the pilot that? Just in case your company won't be sued for severe malpractice from me, specifically. All right, rest easy.
Yeah. Do you feel safe flying this aircraft? You do, okay. Any chance I could just have like that thing where I sit and go, yay, and you wash over me? No problem? Okay, sweet. So that's the plane that kills everyone. That's the button that kills... And that's the button that specifically kills Jordan. Just mash both. No, I kid. I don't want to die yet. But, no, I got a new song coming out, dude.
Actually,
it's happening.
Miss, let me ask you something philosophical.
Yeah, well, we've got like 5 hours, so...
Well, actually, we should stop the pod well before that.
No, but we've got like a few hours.
Yes. Yes, we do.
So what I'm saying is, yes, basically anything that pops into either one of our heads at any point is fair game. Like if you want to be like, if you actually want to be like, do you reckon that like when you get microwave popcorn, like the buttered flavor, do you reckon it's like as good as normal butter, or like it's not as good, or it's the same thing? You could ask that even.
Well, answer the question.
I think I love it. I think it's as good as normal butter.
Okay, that's extremely scary.
What?
Because, man, I can believe that's not butter.
But you're
highly doubt there's any dairy in that. I'm pretty sure.
Look how exposed you are. Creative decision.
Sure that the factory that makes that is in Chernobyl.
Okay, fair.
And they just scrape.
But before you ask the philosophical question, I've got a philosophical statement. Your food tastes, they're not, but they are particular. They are particular, I think. Would you say that?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? Why did you bring that up?
Because it has to, we're talking about popcorn and food. It's particular. You're a particular man. You're not the best metric for like, if someone was like, I want a general consensus of the everyday man of like a food item.
Yeah, and you mash every human being into a Venn diagram, my face.
Yeah, bullshit, dude. That is
I think actually, honestly,
that's
like,
not
come
true.
on, give me this.
Yeah.
Some people have caveman diet. I have caveman palate.
Yes. I'm not even paying it out. I'm just saying like it is,
Great. Thank you.
If someone wanted you're not Joe Blow. Joe Blow would be like, that's not bad. But you would just be like, the salt is making my teeth itchy. And then be like, that's not possible. You're like, well, I'm just telling you how it is. Some weird like that. You would.
I like how you are much more interested in this artificial popcorn butter than
let's move on.
The ultimate question.
Let's move on. That was a hypothetical. I was saying if you wanted to ask that, you could. Let's move on. I'm going to periodically remind the audience of this. Creative choice.
There we go.
Right there on that camera.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm sure the 2/3 of the audience that does not watch this is very interested in that. And you'll never know what it is either.
I'm going to rethink that strategy and probably not mention...
Keep doing it anyway.
No. Well, what do you think? Is it funny or not funny to do that for that? Is it annoying? This is the thing with comedy. This is the thing with comedy. Like, people, like... It's intuitive, and I think that comedy is funny if you annoy people. So that's the thing when people are like, that'll annoy the audience. It's a comedy podcast. That's funny. That's good. Is it not? Or did I not get the memo?
No, it just matters on what your taste is. I know that Gen Z is really into endlessly being tushed up.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, now that I'm thinking about it, it's pretty good. Good on whoever does that, especially Mislav.
Anyway,
even though he's not trying either, he's accidentally pranking the audience.
Okay.
Fooled you and himself.
Hey, meta. What's the question? We're having fun this pod. Ali's away. Let's just have fun, guys. It's like the internet's a intense, scary place. You know what? Come here to relax. All right?
Yeah, except for stay tuned because I will be talking about how scared I am about Labor forming minority government.
Yeah, okay, that as well.
But
we'll talk about that. I think I'll have the most insights on that topic, obviously. But yeah, give me the question. I'm liking this chill. I'm having fun. I feel like I'm on Conan. This is nice. This is good.
Minus the audience, Set, Conan O'Brien. Danny Richter's here though.
Who's that? The fat guy?
The fat guy.
Is that me?
Well, no, no.
Who's that?
No, I'm saying Danny Richter is actually here.
Yeah.
But we thought that he's not good enough to be on the podcast.
So he's just in the corner being like, I look like a German farmer.
Yeah. A German farmer fashioned into a ventriloquist dummy. Whose soul's trapped in there? And then his eyes start doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Do I have legs or are they sticks? Like, you've never seen that walk.
I bet you Andy Richter is still on the old Conan O'Brien set now. It's okay. I don't need to eat.
Yep, just smoking a lot of shard.
What's shard?
Meth.
Do you think?
No, he wouldn't be smoking meth. I only say that because...
Dude, can we just say this? Like, I love Andy, but don't you think that his biography should just be Andy Richter, a truly superfluous life?
Hell yes. Wait, does superfluous mean like meaningless?
A little above meaningless.
Okay.
Sort of excessive.
Yeah,
Doesn't need to happen.
By the way, I convinced myself on my own point that annoying the audience is funny, so I'm going to say it again. Creative choice. I'm sticking with it. Oh no, the people that listen online might be very angry. Too bad. We're too nice to our audience, I swear.
Yeah, we are.
No, we love you. I'm kidding. I kid.
I miss the old days where we didn't care about getting banned on Twitch because otherwise...
Yeah. Dude, do you remember... Hold the philosophical thought because I want to hear that. But do you remember, like, not only did we not care about if we got cancelled on Twitch, we used to not care about uploading when we're on FBI. Recording, consistency, latency with the mics. Like, we didn't give a shit. But we didn't have Patreon then. But TAFs make like $100,000 a month and they don't give a shit. But they're in a big American audience. Look, I'm really thinking out loud here. I'll stop talking now. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
No, I don't know what you're saying
what I'm saying is...
Really was.
Okay, what I'm saying is we didn't give two shits, and I think that's mad, and I miss that. But there's so many questions. The Adam Freeland show does that, but they're in America. Maybe you can do that. Would it work for us? Would it not work for us?
Don't you think it's a bit of an act, though? Do you think, honestly,
Dude.
no one cares? I think the only person that doesn't care
Yeah.
about their media presence was Charles Manson when he was alive. I think you have to be really disassociated from reality to truly not care.
Did that interview?
At the very least, let's say this. He puts the Adam Freeland show to shame.
That answer that he gives where he's like, I'm everywhere, man. It's just like,
Yes, you are.
It's that road. It's that highway if I can get on that highway. No, look, listen.
Give me back my tree.
Listen.
What trees?
Listen. The Adam Freeland show, lean into it hard. But dude, I wish I could put your brain in my body. It is not hard for most people on earth to be fat, lazy. That's the default for most people. The fact that they're lazy, forget to do and just be like, this, I'm hungry, let's end the pod. That's not an effort, dude. It's not an act. It's not an act.
Yeah, I know that, but this is really weirding me out.
What? Come, sir.
What is with that?
What do you mean?
Why are most people very content with being lazy and doing nothing?
Look, for me, it's like a disease. I'm not proud of it. I hate it. And let's be honest, I should take a lot of Dexies. I should take a fistful a day. And that's my,
yes, I'm sure taking a fistful of Dexies will produce results.
Well, finally we come to an agreement.
Surely.
Not a fistful. I'm saying like, I just basically a couch and
it is very hard to tell the difference between you and that couch.
And it's not like I'm being like, yeah, this is cool. Can't help it. And it's not like I like it either. And most people, a lot of people at least, I'm sure are similar.
But do you ever remember a point in your life where, you remember a point where you actually knew if you were paraplegic or not, as to now where you're just guessing that you can use your legs?
One word. Puberty.
Yeah. What about it?
That fucked me. When I was a little tyke running around, pre-puberty, I was as nuts as you. I was like the Duracell Bunny 2.0.
So when you went through puberty, you also went through many stages of life and skipped straight to being an 80-year-old.
Exactly. That's what happened.
And you've been couching there ever since.
Yeah. Just cruising.
Look, you might have a shot at beating the fictional character that Robin Williams played of that robot that had a sex change into a human and became the longest living person.
I saw the front cover of that on a DVD the other day, and I was like, I would pay anything to see that movie.
Yeah, why didn't you just pick it up and watch it?
Oh, it was like a picture on Google, and I'm like, well, I can't watch that. It's a picture, you know. But it looks so good. He's
Only
like,
I was a ring girl.
They're going like, it looks amazing. Oh, they should have stopped making.
This is the other thing as well. Like,
They
can we
should have
just?
stopped.
Yeah, I know they should have definitely for sure,
Seriously.
but especially with that film, they really need to put on that. This is not a comedy.
What do you mean?
Just to remind people that no, like this is supposed to be one of Robin Williams' serious films, the one where
that's right.
he is an old man that has the same wishes as the Pinocchio boy, that he wants to become a real boy. But it's like, well, even if that was possible, you'd still have to wind the clock back 200 years. You're not a boy. You're a very old man. Like, your wish was to die.
Yeah.
You're a psycho. You're a defective robot. And really, the whole film was to use the word superfluous. All they should have done is just like, just come this way, Robin, and then just tweet one little thing in his head, and then he'd be like, oh yeah, where was I? That's right. Yeah, I'm supposed to be serving this rich guy tea. And I would have honestly preferred that movie if it was just another 2 hours of Robin Williams serving that rich guy tea as he sits there being like, how's my stocks doing? And he's like, I don't know, sir. I can't process that. Please upgrade chip. He's like, nah. And then the credits come up. Says in the credits, this is the most expensive film ever made.
Yeah, and then ever made. Yes, we're taking into account any film that will be made in the future. P.S. I am not a crackpot. Steven Spielberg signed.
Yeah, no mention of who did the lighting or the gap. Just that finishes. And then also it says at the end, you know where it says the name of the film again? It says I, Robot, and they've crossed it out.
What? You know why that's funny? You know why that's funny? Why bother writing iRobot in the first place? Like, if you're gonna cross it out, why print it?
No, because they thought it was iRobot. And then they remembered, but then they couldn't remember the name of the title, so it's just crossed out.
Yeah, Warner Brothers in their kerfuffle of promotion, the promotion schedule for all their films was like, I don't know what film to do. This one's iRobot. You gave me iRobot instead of Robin Williams' Robot Love Machine, and that's too late. The print has been cut. The critics are just crossed it out. That's amazing, dude. Holy
yeah, and
shit,
that was that.
You're killing me.
And then they just sent that out. I watched it. Was very confused again, just being like, hang on a second, is he a man or not? And then the film ends. And where they left off, Ben Shapiro picked up the argument. Isn't that amazing? That's what a good science fiction does. Makes you question the nitty-gritty of life. And ever since then, conservative and liberal media in America has been asking that same question.
Wait, are you insinuating that Ben Shapiro is very robotic?
No, I'm insinuating that it is that question of that film, you could really just replace it with
Hold on. Creative choice. Go on.
Sex change. Same thing. Was it a metaphor for a sex change?
Wait a sec. What
even was that film called?
I don't know. iRobot 2 was it? No. Robots. No, that was not Robots.
I think it was as well. I think Robert Williams was in Robots.
Actually, in the YouTube comments, because let's be honest, I'll probably look at them. Tell us what that movie was called, because I'm not going to look it up till then. To someone, can you write down right now, if you're listening to this on YouTube, write down. Again, I apologize to the people listening on Podbean. I know you really hate me, but it's comedy. You like it, right? You don't hate it. Write that shit down because I want to know. When did you watch it?
Oh, I was in...
Like, how long ago was this? Like a week ago?
I wish.
Oh.
I wish, because I want to go back and watch it and be like...
I'd love to watch. I love
as a 12-year-old, I'm going to think like, okay, maybe this is too smart for me. But maybe now as a 30-year-old man, I can go and watch...
It'd be good.
It, and I'll think, no, I think I'll just be like, no, it makes as little sense as it did when I'm 12.
Oh, well, actually...
I was right.
Maybe you were right. But
but anyway, I was watching it when I was 12.
Comedy is so good. Oh, it's so funny.
Because what isn't comedic about that? Oh. Robin Williams walking in saying, I want to be a real boy. And then his owner saying, well, then go out and get a job then. And he's saying, can I work for you? And him getting jealous about it. But this guy is saying, no, I'm not paying you anything. I'm going to hire in some Mexican and pay them more. Just to spite you, who has served me very well. Some would say as well as a robot would, which is perfectly, for a human that makes mistakes.
Also...
And then I think there was like a long shot of him sitting there with one of those bum beanie hats, wiping his hands, despite the fact he's a robot, but he was just being like, it sure is cold out here. And one of those 40-gallon drums on fire with other, with other bums.
Also, how funny would it be if you had a robot and then he granted him the gift of life and then it turns out your robot turns into Robin Williams?
Yes.
But he doesn't even...
Robin Williams is an old man, like way older than he actually... Because he topped himself at what, like 60? He's like a 300-year-old Robin Williams.
Rest in peace, by the way. Like, I love him. But hairiest arms in the business. But...
yeah, he did, didn't he?
Dude, I was just thinking too, like, this is going to be hilarious for the Stig to cut together for the segments. It's going to be 2 minutes of like... 2 minutes, Robin
Housekeeping.
Williams. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Quentin Tarantino.
35 minutes. What was that film called again?
Hey, Stig, this is what happens, all right? It's not all fun and games. This is the real world. Oh, that movie. I don't even want to move on from that yet because it begs the greater question. Movies were better in the 90s. Shoot me. Like every single one. There's anything. I watched Cliffhanger the other day, and it just clicked for me that it's called Cliffhanger because it's kind of like I just got the pun for the first time.
That says a lot about you. Doesn't say much about the film at all. And this is from the same man that just learned just before we flicked on the cameras that he's not 6'2" anymore. You know what his logic was?
Tell them.
He always said, I'm 6'2", and I thought, yeah, okay, and I just moved on with the rest of my life.
Yeah,
but I was always thinking, yeah, but he seems to be towering over me like Hagrid's half-brother in Harry Potter. He knows a little bit more English, not much.
Oh, fuck
but
off.
A little bit more. And
jog on, mate.
And then I said to him then, surely you're not 6'2", and he said, yeah, I measured myself. And then I said, when? And this was his answer. You ready for this? In year 10. In year 10. So he could put his little thing up there like you have in your childhood home where it says, Angus, age 6, Angus, age 12. You hadn't finished growing yet, you idiot. You were years away from it. Basically, you're just as tall as LeBron.
Dude, I'm actually embarrassed by that.
You should be.
Year 6 maths is when I last did it, and I'm 33, and my whole life, I've told every human being I've ever met that's asked me how tall I am, vehemently, I'm 6'2". Every human I've ever met. Based on that measurement. Never questioned it. Maybe I questioned it, but never thought to question it too deeply.
So all I'm saying is it a surprise that guy, while watching Cliffhanger for the 8th time, looks at the cover and says, oh, I get it.
Are you insinuating I'm stupid?
I don't know. It's really strange with you. This is the endless question that I'm always trying to figure out with Mislav. Is he a genius or is he a moron? I can't figure it out.
Honestly, I'd give him a punch if I wasn't a professional producer of the Friendlyjordies podcast.
And pacifist.
Well,
lover of peace.
Says who?
I'm just assuming from your bald head. There's 2 ways that you can go when you're a bald guy. I go to this until I die.
Right.
You're either a Hare Krishna or you're an MMA fighter. There's no in between.
Well,
I assume Johnny Sins is a Hare Krishna.
And, I did say I'd punch you, so read between the lines.
Oh, I get it.
No, look, there's definitely moments where I'm just like, I surprise myself. But you won't be laughing when I'm a world famous Twitch streamer and I win the Twitch Awards, whatever they're called, for my mass exorbitant achievements of the now officially rebooted Twitch streaming platform Mislav's Musings. Yet to Twitch stream, but when I do, whoa dingo. Then you'll be sorry.
I would like to know how many people have signed up to this.
Me too.
And are waiting right now.
I had 71 before, which is weird. That's a lot.
Yeah, I really don't know who these people are. But it is really strange that when people are playing computer games, people just start watching them playing computer. I don't even know how that's possible.
It's bizarre. I'm really keen to do it. And shout out, I think his name was Nelson, who I forgot. Yeah, really helped me out with
Nelson Mandela.
Is he dead?
Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Yeah. He came back. That was his dying wish. He was like, must help this Australian set up as a mediocre Twitch stream he'll do 4 times.
And they called him a terrorist. He keeps giving beyond the grave to this man who really, let's be honest, like
did more. I think
there's a few more sad cases in the. Yeah. No one's not saying that you're the greatest man alive.
Thank you.
I'm just saying that there are some people that might have sadder sob stories than a man that could have very easily set up a Twitch stream that couldn't be bothered.
Let's not get into this again. I know you say very usually, but there's just no point having this argument again. I sincerely... You remember how
I'd love that. That should be a Robin Williams film. He should come back from beyond the grave, look like a zombie, and then there's a shot of him with his face melting off, and then there's just a plug and a computer, and then there's the plug socket there, and the movie's called How Do I Turn It On? The Mislav Balabragic story.
Dude, you're killing me. I can't stop laughing. You're killing me. You're killing me this pod. Anyway, point is, I'm very embarrassed about the 6'2" thing. I've been telling everyone I'm 6'2". I'm probably like 6. He said I'm 6'4". That makes me feel like a big man. Anyway, so Cliffhanger. It hit me and I'm like, oh, it's your cliffhanger because that's the name of the style of movie and they're literally hanging off cliffs. And it hit me. I'm like, very embarrassing. But that was great. This really has become.
Hang on, was that the point of?
Yes,
that was it.
Yeah, it was great.
So I rudely interjected you for 15 minutes so you could finish 2 words.
Yeah, that's the pod. That's the.
And people say Mislav doesn't have segments.
Hey, this is the medium we're on. I hope everyone's enjoying this.
Let's play a game.
Okay, you want to play a game, do you?
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be like a Russian roulette, but you're trying to think of a movie is going to make the other person laugh.
Okay,
first.
good. Yes, this is good.
So we just have to keep going back and forth.
We do have that boiling hot gin if we want to punish each other, or do you not want to punish each other?
Yeah, okay.
Oh God. I was hoping he was going to say no.
In the meantime, now that Mislav's gone, we can get down to the real business. My aquarium is kind of yellow, and I can't figure out how to solve that. So I assume that very polite Indian man that runs the channel Building Beautifully, that focuses specifically on infrastructure, might have an answer to that.
That is so dumb. Sorry, I should have put the fucking camera on you. Do you want to do this?
And now you've done it now that you're back.
Can you do the honours?
What? What's the honours?
Well, is there something you noticed about that shot that might even be mentioned?
Creative input.
Not creative input. Creative.
I look like Ricky Martin.
This was a creative choice.
Oh, yeah, creative. Yeah, well, yeah. In the words of, I'm assuming Bon Jovi, whoa, we're halfway there.
Dude, I love our pod, and I love Ali, of course. It's got nothing to do with Ali. But I have to say, I prefer this style of just shit-kicking.
I know that you prefer that,
You
Mislav.
don't?
Well, no, I've got nothing against it. I've got nothing against either of them. I just like it when we're like providing people a service.
This is
instead of...
See, that's your problem.
What?
This is a service. Riffing. It's called riffing. And it's funny.
Who's that a service to?
People that want to be
Autistic
entertained.
15-year-olds.
No.
Well, that's most of
People
it.
that want to be entertained. Look, this is probably a little bit too rough and ready, this format. But I'm saying, like, I like it. I like it a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's not offensive to Ali.
I think that no, it's not. Ali, we used to do it with Ali. It's not a god Ali. We used to do this on FBI, dude. Ali was there. We used to do shit all.
Oh, you're just talking about not having segments.
I guess so.
I can tell you this now. We can definitely add another show where we don't.
Really?
Yeah, we can just call it Live and Loose. I mean, let's be honest. What else do we do on Tuesday?
Hell yeah, dude. I'd like that. Call one. Yeah, okay. We're going to spitball that. That's not a bad idea. And then we can put in, like, the crazy move.
How about we just call one the Friendlyjordies Podcast, and we call the one that is just us shooting from the hip, we call it the Prepared Show.
Or we can go way more retarded than that. We go... One's called the Friendlyjordies Podcast, and one's called the Friendlyjordies Podcast. Like JF. Switch them.
Yeah, I got that. just trying to think if there's any like thought into that.
Of course, there's some thought. All right, let's play this game. I have to think about. Give me the rules again, please.
These are just the rules. We just keep saying movies that come to the top of our heads until one of them makes us laugh. So it is a Dare We Smile shootout.
Great. But see, you've been making me laugh this whole time. Like you'll say, I know that I'll laugh first, but okay. I'll Goosefraba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know what that means.
I don't either.
All right.
Who goes first? So
I've got one. I've got one. You ready for this?
So it's about laughing. It's about. So we're trying not to laugh. Is that we're trying to hold it together?
We're trying to hold it together. All right. What about this? I'll always know what you did last summer.
Is that what it's called? It's not what it's called.
Let me walk you through the steps here.
Okay.
The first one was called I Know What You Did Last Summer. The second one was called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
What's the third one?
And then the third one was I'll always know what you did last summer. And it was just this thing of like, a lot of critics are saying that this is going to be a bomb film. Fox is betting it won't.
Well, that's the end of me. All right, that was good. But that was good because you had to explain it, but it was worth it.
It's just it popped into my head this morning.
We both laughed. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, go on. Keep going. Give me something.
All right. I don't know if it's that funny. I think it's pretty funny though. Drop Dead Fred.
Don't know what it is. I think you made it up.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
You didn't direct this film, did you, Mislav? Because if you did, like, you had to get a distributor for other people to see it.
Well, now you tell me. Okay.
No, I didn't direct that. I just directed this piece of trash. And then what it is Chinatown. Yeah. Like, you directed it, but you just put Roman Polanski's name on it because you're just like, this is crap.
It's crap. It's buried in my backyard. You're like, bullshit. I'm like, I'll show you. I just have the film buried. I'm like, I hate this shit. And then you're like, why?
Why?
You're like,
because
what?
It's very racist.
It's very racist. Plus, I specifically said the film was fine, every element. But I specifically said instead of them the water being dumped out onto the from the ocean, it was chocolate milk. It was a crossover with Willy Wonka. It was supposed to be called Willy Wonka and the Big Chinatown Factory. In fact, dude, Willy Wonka. Now that I rewatched Willy Wonka recently, and really, I watched it, and the only thing I could say I was like, "Yep, that's way better than I remember than from when I was a kid." And that chocolate fountain is clearly water. Could have just added some cornstarch and made it more viscous. Like, you're not even trying.
Yeah, that was very lazy.
You're not even trying.
That was just mud.
It wasn't. It was water.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it just, that chocolate river looked like the river that goes through Dubbo.
Exactly.
It's like,
no, you're right. It was mud. You're right.
I'm pretty sure that's not chocolate.
You're right. And I know it was the 70s, and I know that they made all their sets and everything, and maybe I shouldn't pay it out, but it's like,
you know what? With that in mind,
yeah,
I'm pretty impressed with it. It looks like
one
one of the lesser parties on Sweet 16 now.
Yeah, look, I'm going to 180 flip on that. It's the best movie ever made. It just,
all right, I've got something. Let's change it up.
All right.
This isn't thinking about films that make us laugh. This is thinking of the films that don't exist.
Okay. Oh,
and
that's good.
Let's just keep shooting it back.
Okay. Films that don't exist.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Give me an example.
Like Dave Hughes, the movie.
Okay, that's pretty good. Played by Hugh Jackman, of course.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good pick for it.
Okay, that's not bad. How about? Let's just go. Let's reference what I was just saying. Willy Wonka, the years.
Yeah. Yeah, it is just Willy Wonka 2.
I don't know if you can say that on YouTube, but Willy Wonka 2. Willy Wonka finds where the chocolate really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine for Twitch.
Fuck. Well, I'm testing the ground for Mislav's musings. This is the testing ground for my much more successful.
As always, yes. Thank you for destroying my life. That's such a good metaphor for everything, isn't it? It's like, oh, now I'm on this plane. All right, let's take it down while Jordan's there as well. See ya.
I'm finishing what they
just so you know, just before we crash, just so you know, I'm the best friend that you've ever had.
Oh, and don't forget, and as I'm burning up, don't forget, I'm better than Mother Teresa because I feel sick after Chinese food. You are way out of line saying most people wouldn't feel like that.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's ask the dear listeners.
Let's ask that. Yeah.
Do you think it's normal that Mislav seems to be more susceptible to his environment than a clownfish? And I will add, on land. I honestly think that a clownfish is better suited to adapting to environments on land than you are.
Yeah, look, let me de-auto that for you. No one knows what a
it was pretty obscure reference.
Knows what a clown... Did you say clown?
Yes, they do. Okay, most people know what a clownfish is. The thing in Finding Nemo that isn't Dory.
All right, maybe Finding Nemo saved your ass there, lucky boy. But to say that I understand what he's saying, but let me give you my explanation. It is normal to become somewhat
Penguin Classic.
Incapacitated once you have ingested a heavily oiled and MSG Chinese feast.
Yep.
Give us your opinions.
That's not what happened.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've got some fake news coming from the east side of the room.
Yeah, well, I don't have a compass on me, so I don't know where you are. But
I'm talking about Kramer over there. What do you mean that's not what happened? I'm telling you that's what happened. I'm lying.
Yes.
To you.
Yep.
What? How?
And frankly, I don't appreciate it.
How am I lying?
Because you're not slightly incapacitated.
Yes, I am.
You
slightly.
basically need to go to hospital if you eat like a piece of fish that has too much oil on it. You
that was a family meal
you get
from
tired
fucking
driving. You know?
Well,
very simple tasks so that you're just like, that's it. All right.
No, you're right. That is true.
That bear that is hibernating in that cave over there. Can you just scooch over? No, I think I could squeeze you. All right. And then the bear looks at you when it wakes up after hibernating and just being like, pathetic. Goes out.
Okay.
Afterwards.
Fair. But do you think that that's like a thing of like evil spirit and bad will, a bad, lazy beep? Or is it a medical condition?
No, but this is my big question that I can't get to, which is I really don't understand how much genetic coding you share with a sloth. It's got to be somewhere around 100%.
It's not just me.
I know it's not just you, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't understand people that are very content sitting down all the time.
Yes, I want to know what percentage of the globe is like that. And I think it'd be high. And
so do I. After going to Pakistan and seeing a lot of men sitting on milk crates.
And I'm not proud of it. I'm not like justifying this lifestyle. I'm just saying it's a curse.
You should have been born in Pakistan.
I should have.
Yeah.
It's a curse. But yeah, look, I don't know. I just brought it up with Jordan, and that was obviously the philosophical question that he wanted to ask me. No, I just think it's an interesting.
You know what we should call this podcast?
What?
Waiting for Godot.
I'm not aware of what that is, though. What's the story of that?
Well, first of all, it's very highbrow, so well done, Jordan, that I came up with that.
Well done, Jordan.
Sometimes you just got to give yourself credit.
Yeah, fair enough.
It is an absurdist play after World War II that was about how absurd reality is after the war and everyone just trying to get back to normal.
Right.
And it is all about these two characters in this trash heap apocalyptic world waiting for Godot. The entire play is that, and Godot never comes.
Wow, that's my kind of play. That is what this is, Waiting for Godot. Except it should be called Waiting for the Tarantino B-sides from the Pulp Fiction TV.
Yeah, except for then, look, the play would have only lasted 5 minutes. They'd say, I am waiting for Godot. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, and that's even more absurdist if you think about it. You know what?
That's way more absurd. I can't believe it, man. That's You should have been a playwright. That's incredible. Like, you would have just blown the entire genre out of the water. Isn't that amazing? You made absurdist plays absurd. You twisted it on them. That's a true talent, Nis. You should be very proud of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe that you just, like, this is supposed to be known as one of the greatest works in, I think it's French literature or something. Might be English.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's a highly respected play.
Yeah.
And you just topped it.
Sucked in whoever wrote that.
Yeah, you suck. And let's be honest, you do suck. It's like, come on. You made a play that doesn't make sense. You really shouldn't be getting all the praise you deserve.
You're much
You know what's
lazier
much
than me.
harder than making a play that doesn't make sense? Making a play that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
And you know what's even harder than that? Making a play that isn't dog.
Yeah, hell yeah, exactly. That's very true.
The only way that you can make a play that isn't bad is if you dress Jeffrey Rush up as a 5-year-old.
Just because for shits and giggles, because I'm curious, should we have a sip of this absolutely thing? Just a tiny bit each?
Okay. I don't like effed things.
You don't have
See,
to-
I've got you back, Stig. I know that gets blocked out.
Yeah, but it does get blocked out. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Stig. Sorry. I'm just going to have a tiny sip. You don't have to have all of it. Fuck. Just let it touch. Just don't have all of it. Just have a sip of it. Holy shit, that is hot.
Oh,
That's it's really hot, dude.
oh,
It's hot.
who made this?
Some person from Tasmania. Here, pass it back. I feel like you had more than me even. Here.
Why did you have to punish us for sending you to the penal colony?
Oh, Jordan, you had quite a bit. Oh!
You know what it is? It's like, it's not even like you're drinking alcohol. It's like you're actually just drinking flame alcohol. You know, just it's like the flaming mo, but you're just drinking the flame.
It's the flaming mo. But well, thanks. Oh,
That was incredible. Like, I did not feel any liquid go on my mouth. It was just fire.
Yeah.
And not in the way that Sneeko would use the word fire.
Jesus.
What a stupid name.
I'm really glad. Thanks for sending us that. By the way, whoever sent us that, it was ages ago, and half of it spilt on arrival. But look, it's still there. And well, that was a bit of fun. Yeah, look, what time? We still got a little bit longer. I think this has been the best pod of all time. I think that I want to do more of this kind of kicker pod too. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll either do another one, maybe just for Twitch's.
Yeah, but do we have to drink that every time?
Well,
Maybe that's the rule.
I don't. Yeah, let's get
Well,
sponsored.
look, I don't make them up, even though I clearly do.
Let's get sponsored by them. And
No, I'm sick of people doing this. They're just like, yeah, we'll give you a sponsorship deal. What's the sponsorship deal? My product.
yeah, that's true. That
Oh, okay. So we're paid in billboards.
can we get advertisers on board or not? Is that a thing? We've been talking about it for years.
Yeah, if we had any initiative or drive, or skill,
We'll get around to it. Look, we'll go a little. I reckon it's been amazing. It's been the best. What was your philosophical question? And we'll move on to the politics, because you have the politics segment.
Oh, it's just this. It's not even philosophical, really.
I'm sure
It's actually okay. It's philosophical if we were 10.
Yeah, that was a good reaction. By the way, like, oh, it was mad.
Thank you.
Like, it was so instantaneous.
Didn't mean to do it, so. So I guess I can take credit. This now. Man, that was truly she the world through the eyes of Mislav Bella Bragic. Wow, Mislav, you did it. Did work.
You're welcome, my friend.
Oh
wait, I'll put it on you, Quinton Cam.
You ready for this, miss? It'll blow your mind.
I'm so ready, dude.
What do you think happens when you die?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Die.
All right, I have.
I wasn't finished echoing.
Sorry.
But okay. Well, it's gone now.
Hey, just delay pedal vibes. You're all right. You press it off, it's over.
Yeah, there you go. There's your foot shot.
Give me that Hobbiton vibe.
There you go. The Frodo Baggins special. Hello. Looks like Bilbo's come to visit him.
Dude, dude, you've taken it out of me. I haven't laughed this hard for so long. I'll give you a really deflating answer. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw an article that literally just said this. Scientists discover, prove that it is that life after death is a scientific impossibility. And then I obviously...
How? With algebra.
And then I obviously didn't open the article because time is money. And I was just sad for a long time.
Yeah, I bet you that was on ilovescience.com.
Do you think it's bullshit?
Yes, I think it's bullshit.
Okay. I hope it is.
And I cite a
The
Hare
Bible.
Krishna book that I picked up once. No, that's for chumps. Yeah, this cult where you shave your head. You're already there, miss. You've shaved your head. You're good at cooking curries.
Yeah, that's true. Where's that? Remember that book you picked up that was just like life after death? Walk through the pearly gates, and you were just like, I don't know. This really speaks to my insecurities.
You know what my dad said when his dad died?
I want to hear it. He's in Scottish heaven.
No, he was like, I was like, how is it now that your dad's dead? AKA my grandfather. But as you can clearly see, we had a very close bond that is inseparable through time, space, and life. He was a sick guy.
Yeah, he was sick.
He was extremely Scottish.
He was sick because once Jordan put Vegemite on his bread and then he got smacked in the face by his granddad and said, "That's a little too much there, lad. Winter's coming."
Yeah.
To which Jordan said,
"Fair enough."
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He taught me some, not manners, it's just about budgeting.
That was the original Barefoot Investor. A big Scottish man comes to your house, smacks you on the head and goes, "Do you really need to have 3, what are they called? Rice Crisp squares. Couldn't you just settle with 2? And you just go, yeah, I'll keep it in mind for next time." I was like, yes.
Get in the coal mine. There isn't any coal mines around here. I said, get in.
And that's what I call the shower.
And don't turn on the water. You'll save money that way.
Yeah. So how do I get in the shower? Follow me. Crouch down. There's very little.
Wipe yourself down.
You're lucky. Me cousin Alfred only got 1 spit. You got 2. Fancy boy.
No. Don't be using that tool. Then you'd have to wash it again. Now, rip some pubes out, boy. But I don't want to. I'll do it for you.
Now, time to dry you off. What was the pubes for? To keep you in line. You're getting a bit airy-fairy these days.
Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't. He wipes you down. He blows dries you like a Dyson. Just keeps blowing it until the spit dries.
No, he spits on you to dry.
No, get in the mines. Says it again.
What does that mean? That's what I call the shitter.
It's time for the Beth.
There it is. The funniest thing you'll ever hear on the Friendlyjordies podcast. We might as well quit. We might as well.
The Scottish barefoot investor.
It's just, and it's called the barefoot. He's really barefoot.
Yeah. And the title of his own book, because he's clearly like, didn't give permission to get the photo. It's just like, what are you looking at?
It's a Scottish man running towards you with like really dirty feet. Sorry, this isn't actually paying out Jordan's blood. This is a hypothetical man now.
Well, everything we said just ends fact, just by coincidence.
Especially the
Except, well, no, he didn't write it in a book. Sorry.
Yeah, he wrote it down on some butcher's paper. God, it's just funny paying out. It's funny paying out poor people. But it's funnier paying out like poor people from like the Isles, like Welsh, Irish, English, Scottish. There's just something. There's just something funny about, because you know why? Because their environment is so grim. There's literally a town called Grimsby.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny, dude. Like, at least in, like, in like, tropical wonderlands, you've got, like, fish and warm temp climate and beautiful waters and beautiful beaches and stuff. Well, I mean, I'm not even paying out Scotland. I'm sure Edinburgh is beautiful. But, like, come on. It's just funny. Everyone's limmy. It's hilarious. Dude,
because there's no such... It's the same thing. It's like places where there is no humor whatsoever are ironically hilarious.
Exactly. They're not trying to be funny at all. Even Limmy isn't trying to be funny particularly. They're just
mostly just trying to survive.
Trying to survive and being angry. Most Scots are angry. Like, yes, don't.
It's so obvious they were the dwarves in Lord of the Rings. I love how that's all just a metaphor. It's so obviously a metaphor.
Jesus, this is not the up late.
No, I'm just saying. I didn't. Jesus,
that's not what he's saying.
Tolkien did it, and I'm saying that it's time to
yes, move to. That was a
no. It's time to cancel Tolkien, but it's also.
Cancel him. I don't know if
all I'm saying is he had a point. Now we can move on.
He's joking. You can't. Is this what happens when Ollie's? He's joking. That was a crude, bad, horrible joke. Stig, do your magic there. Just
anyway, look, just if you liked that, trust me, there is a hell of a lot more of that on the up.
No, there's not.
Yeah. It's way worse up there. Way worse.
Not. The up late is actually usually us crying about girls that we liked in high school mainly, and being like, she'll never know.
And then. Moving on to blame various races for it.
No, not true. Oh, again, very jocular comments. But yeah, what were we saying about Lord of the Rings? Oh yeah. No. What I was gonna say was, I think it's hilarious that on that side of your family, you're Scottish. Because I wish I was Scottish, because then I can laugh at myself. It's just such a funny race of people, the Scots. The Scots are just, like, ridiculous. Like, even the idea... I don't want to go too deep into this now, but I probably shouldn't. We'll just go on to the up late soon.
Hang on. No, sorry, hang on. Just with the death thing before it goes.
Yeah, go on. And then
you know what my dad said about dying?
Sorry.
And then my girlfriend backed this up. I was like, so how does it feel that your dad's dead now? He said... I don't know, I just keep thinking every now and then, where are you? Apparently that's what happens when someone dies.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just strange that everybody thinks that afterwards. They're like, well, he can't just have...
I'm drinking more of the chili stuff.
Died.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody... I don't know.
What do you mean? Of course that's what people think. They think...
Yeah, but it's just so strange that someone's alive and then they're dead.
It is strange.
Like, and I know this is a very 10-year-old conversation, but...
I think you got my script. But, no, it's
not. It is really, really weird that you're kind of just moving around, talking, you have this personality, and then all of a sudden, you don't.
It's actually one of the strangest things on earth. It's unbelievably bizarre.
Yeah.
No, it is, though. It is...
Seagulls eating chicken wings is pretty weird, but yeah.
No, that's not weird at all. They're hungry. I mean... Wait, that was probably the joke.
No, the joke was, can you stop eating yourself?
Oh, that is weird. Okay, gotcha.
That always freaks me out.
That's weird. Just stick with the chippies. But look, it's strange. It's a very strange thing. You're here, then you're not. And it's like, it's not fair on us living, because it's like, we're left with this...
unanswered question.
Not just the question.
So thank you very much.
It's just annoying when there's people you love that go, and you're like, but there were all these great things that were super unique and individual to them that they can't be replicated ever. Every person is unique. You can't replicate that. You can't replicate nuances. You can't replicate timing and opinions, at least not very, very accurately. So that's just gone forever. And I mean, there's no other way to say it. I don't know, like, it's sad. It's a bummer.
Just tell me this, right? Like, anyone who always says that science has definitively proven that you go nowhere, probably. However, if I get buried in one of those bags that has a tree over the top of it, and the tree slowly eats me. Surely I become the tree a bit.
Yes, definitely.
Surely.
Yeah, but I'd say as much as someone that like dies next to a tree or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always think, just chuck me out in the wilderness and let the wolves eat me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd rather just get transferred into shit very quickly and then mushrooms grow out of me. I do think that there is some merit to the idea of reincarnation. Not as in like you personally will come back as a fox tomorrow. I don't think it's like that. I just think that the atoms don't stop existing. They got to go somewhere. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe afterwards you just become a skin cell or something.
Yeah, well,
you're just one of these things here, and that's it.
Well, your cells never really die. They move on. So
no, they die.
No,
let's be very clear about this.
No,
they do die.
No, there's atoms that just leave you. You're just borrowing them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're hitching a ride on these beautiful white drummers.
Yep.
And then they
what a ride.
And what a ride. Oh, he's in bed again. And then they leave. So you don't totally die. It's like borrowed. You live on through the earth, which is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'm not necessarily. Living's probably the wrong choice of word.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me that when scientists say you die, yeah, they're right. But okay, let's just put it this way. I don't think death is the end of the story.
I agree with that. I mean, that's true.
And yes, like all of your atoms would probably separate and they'll never form back again.
Yeah. Where is he now?
But yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. It's everybody. I know that obviously they don't have the answers or anything like that, but I've heard a lot of people say something very similar when someone dies around them. They're always just saying, it's got to be somewhere, right?
That's kind of, I feel like that way too. It's like in the wind.
And I know that they're probably not right when they say it. It's just a strange phenomenon that everybody...
I think that... I don't know if it's something that I just convince myself of to make myself feel better, or if it's actually a legitimate feeling. The mind's a powerful thing, but I mean, they do feel like they're still around for me. I mean, maybe that's just me, but even on a scientific level, they don't just apparate. They're on the earth, you know? They're all elements, air, like, you know, McDonald's chip packets. Like, these are all elements. One of the 3, 4,
yes. The 5th element.
Delicious sotonium. Sodium. Hey, sodium. That's in chips. So I don't know. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I'm gonna be honest.
No, it's not really like a tough one. It's just
well, it is though. It is a tough one. Damn it.
No. Like I look. I know that everyone's just gonna be very smug in the comments and say yes. You're an idiot. Everyone dies. I'm not discounting it. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is just strange, though, that the atoms are still there.
It is strange. It is very strange. Dude, next time, look, this is all you got to do, Jordan. Next time you're sleeping, put your head to the ground and just listen really closely, and you might hear you're a bit of a funny boy, aren't you, lad? Maybe you'll hear your granddad.
Damn. And then I just feel a finger go.
Where?
Just straight up my ass. Just
That's what we call a sauna.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jesus.
You want a sauna in your apartment? Just crawl inside Mislav's ass. And then he apparates.
So disrespectful to your granddad.
Yeah, but granddad would probably just be like, nah, actually, I'm pretty offended.
All right, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
I didn't think being the host and producer and filmer and contestant on this podcast was somewhat tiring as to what I usually do, which is sit there while you guys talk about politics for an hour. But on that note, do you want to go into the politics or nah? Up late.
Nah.
Yeah, we're pretty tired. Listen.
You got what you
Thanks so
came
much.
for.
We love you. We do. Look, all jokes aside, I know it was a little bit rough today, but honestly, I'm going to start playing with this format. Maybe on this, maybe on the side, because I'm sorry. I just like talking and it's fun. And we're funny, funny people.
And Sandy just said, hey, guys, I forwarded your flight and accommodation info to emails earlier today.
Yep.
Sandy, I know you're going to get this message a week from now, but don't ever do that on the podcast again.
And Sandy, I trust that our flight's at 1 p.m., not 6 a.m., right?
You are a very trusting man. Now, we'll see you next time.
We love you so much.
In the meantime, somebody solve death for us.
Someone solved
That's your
death.
Homework task. And we'll come back and see if we want to fiddle with the podcast for you.
We're not done with the homework. We're not done with the homework. That's your homework.
Yeah.
Here's my homework. Really?
How tall am I?
How tall am I? Really, I want you to really fiddle with this one. Are we certain that Cliffhanger is called Cliffhanger because not only is it about rock climbing, but that it also is an action movie, so it's a play on words? And final homework? Nah, it's probably good. Unless you can think of anything else.
Well, solving death, I'll admit, is a fairly large one.
Oh, wait, and also...
No, also this. Somebody give me a free saltwater aquarium and do all the maintenance.
You know what's the most...
And that one person still has to solve death.
You know what's the most insane about all the homework? You know what's the craziest thing? Here's the craziest thing.
Someone will do it.
Someone will do that one most likely, and it's the most insane one.
Yeah.
Someone will do it.
Yeah, I swear that building beautifully guy would be like, come back and say, I can also build beautiful tanks.
Here's your homework too. Tell us, I know everyone on YouTube will be like, this is, it's like, even if it was like, you know, this was here. So it was the podcast with Ali, but this was up here instead of here. They'd be like, unbelievable continuity issues with this podcast. Never listening again. Are you going to listen next week? Absolutely.
Of course. What a silly question. For somebody who just stated that I won't. You're the real fool here. Now, to go back to wasting my life on several other podcasts of neckbeards talking.
We do like YouTube people. They're really harsh. I'm sorry. It's just the ones that comment are like, no one's ever nice. They're nice with the Move FM stuff, which is great, but just be nice generally.
No, but that's always what happens. When something gets like 2,000 views, everybody there is the most supportive human beings on Earth.
Exactly.
It gets to 2 million, and then you realize, damn, there is a lot of people that could have killed those backpackers in the desert.
Bloody... I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. If you're not on YouTube and on everything else, tell us, did you like this podcast? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Transition. Thanks for listening. And tell us if you liked it or not. Love your work. Really, we do love you all. And sign up to the Patreon because we're going to continue with that right now. With me producing. That's right. Move over, Steven Spielberg. I don't care
and
for
also
any of your films.
Here's the final piece. Just before we go out, just get ready to put this out.
Okay.
Your final piece of homework.
Fuck, the mouse isn't moving. Why isn't the mouse
move?
Why isn't the mouse moving?
Isn't it?
Oh, now it is. Now it is. Yeah, we're good.
Ready?
Okay, yeah. Final.
Your final piece before we sign out. Should you choose to accept it, this message will self-destruct after saying this. Everybody listening to this right now.
This better not be too bad.
No, it's not. It's incredible. It's inspirational.
Okay, because honestly, you've said...
Everybody here that's listening right now, you have signed a pact. You have to do this for homework by next week. You have to give Clive Palmer a rim job. All right, I'll see you next week.
Sign up to Mislav's Musings. And
remember, see ya.
So this was Musings and follow Forrest Hall.
Why am I getting so many rim jobs this week?
Baby, don't say no.